You got 4 faces, and you should be able to see all around you at. But since they got y'all lost into this brain, into these 2 eyes to represent a pineal gland, y'all only know how to see direct. So wherever the mind goes, the body goes. All this importance that's being put on the pineal gland is just another version of a religious aspect. It was never meant to be talked about as it secreting influences and melanin and stuff like that. But since people want to cling on to race, and then you even got esoteric science, as if the motherfucker pineal gland is responsible for your polar shifts of hemispheres, as far as the right and left brain. And they call it a third eye. I don't even like to call it an eye. It's just another fucking part of the fucking brain. When we start to talk about right or left hemisphere from an esoteric aspect, it has nothing to do with your physical forms as far as your actual brain. If you really understand the chakras, as a spirit, you're traveling in your lower chakras. You derive the will or a feeling from your lower chakras, and that don't even take the ability to think. Sometimes if you're so lost into that area, it gives you the inability to think properly. That don't have anything to do with your left or right hemisphere. You're just deriving from 2 polar shifts or 2 spectrums from how we created existence, and then we create the organs that can kind of receive it and interpret it in some way, shape, or form. And that third eye, first eye, pineal gland ain't one of them. When I'm deriving my feelings and my will, I'm deriving things from these brains. So what, do one of these got a pineal gland or something like that? Once you start to logically think about things, then you get up here, and that's all the things that's dealing with the brain. Not just the pineal gland, just the brain itself. This is how we externalize. You get born through your lower chakras, through lower animalistic natures, and die, separate 7 through your higher chakras. And then when you die, your spirit leave that vehicle and go into your thoughts and feelings as a spaceship, as a light in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. That don't got nothing to do with the pineal gland. Let's get out of that left and right brain shit. I just say that because I know by this bastardized language and by what y'all taught, it's only the good way to come to y'all. But left, forward, and up is externalizing. Right, down, and back is internalizing. And this ain't a spectrum of left, right, and up and down. This is something that's just relative to the perspective of your space, relative to someone else's space. You know what I'm saying? Your space is your spirit, and you have an individual space. So that's a solo space. A solo spirit is a soul. And then you create your awareness around yourself. That's when you become aware. So now you got a halo, and that awareness become conscious energy. When you externalizing, that's what they want to quote-unquote call left brain. And when you want to internalize, that's what they want to quote-unquote call right brain. But see, Mason's got y'all lost into just thinking about the brain, not understanding that you have many brains, you have many different animals, you have many different organs. Once you look at it from a light spectrum, if you understand the language of angels and demons, or to speak the language of God, then you start to understand that, oh, this is a virtue thing. This is a perspective where we exalt or lower ourselves or put ourselves in a certain position esoterically. I have a lot of people in the world right now who just take these people science knowledge and take it as truth based upon general consensus. The devil is in the details. You know what I'm saying? The light